Hello, Tracy. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for taking this time out of your busy schedule to do this interview for Voices of the Field. Before we get started, can you just give me a brief description or background on your role in education?
Sure. This is my 9th year teaching elementary school. I taught first grade for 3 years and kindergarten for the last 6 years.
Okay. One of the questions I have are, what are some notable ways in which technology is being used in your school?
Well, my school has a lot of technology. For example, every classroom is equipped with smart boards where teachers can project videos and websites, use software programs, and even record screencasts to model and introduce lessons. Also, each grade level has document cameras for teachers to share and digital cameras.
Okay, well, it sounds like that your school is fortunate to have the different types of technology. Now, another question that I have, in the situation where there is lack of training, funding, and time, how do they effectively train currently practicing teachers such as you in the use of technology?
Right now, we have professional development in services that shows us different ways to use technology in our classroom. And sometimes we have after-school tutorials to demonstrate different types of technology and to help us with questions we may have if we are having difficulties with using the technology.
Okay, now, how do you think teachers should be trained in the use of technology?
I definitely think that small groups with hands-on practice and having someone available to help troubleshoot when problems arise works best. Teachers need a lot of hands-on training with technology. I think the biggest problem that I see with staff development is that training is usually done in a large group setting with little time for teachers to practice the skills. So I think the best training is done in small groups and also with having people available in the building to assist with questions and troubleshooting. The bottom line is teachers just do not get enough planning to effectively learn and implement the technology tools. And it's not that teachers don't want to use the technology, but we have to learn just like everyone else.
Okay. Now, the next few questions are kind of geared, I guess, towards your students and just other aspects within the school. What technology skills should we foster in students, and how is this being done in your school?
Well, I think that we should do less censoring and more teaching of how to be responsible when we use technology. There's so many resources that are blocked by school filters that it's just become unrealistic and unpractical. I think that we should teach students to become responsible users of technology and not be so afraid of using the resources that students enjoy.
Okay, now that kind of presents a lot of different challenges, I guess you can say, when you're trying to, foster and use technology with students. I guess, what do you think are some potential solutions?
Well, I feel that censoring the Web 2.0 tools like blogs and video hosting sites is a big mistake. Our students are going to access these with or without us, so why not teach them how to use the tools with respect and dignity and to use them responsibly, and we can use these tools to motivate our students. So maybe we should revise our technology policies to allow more freedom in the use of the resources and help to facilitate student responsibility, such as internet etiquette.
Now, how do you feel technology is affecting the learning process?
Well, students expect technology, and they should. I feel that it is enhancing their knowledge and giving them information at their fingertips. For example, with a smart board, it allows students to interact in the lesson and keeps them more engaged in what they're learning. You get more participation because everybody wants to come up and use the board. And technology is everywhere we look. Most kids have cell phones and are able to use the mobile applications at an early age, and I feel that we cannot ignore the needs of these 21st century learners.
Now, well, it does seem like technology can enhance, the learning process, but how does the time required for the integration of technology balance with the instructional goals and objectives?
Well, I feel that integrating the standards works very well with technology. I just feel that we need more time to plan the activities and less censoring of the resources.
Now, how does using technology add to what you or your students can do?
As a teacher, it helps me be more effective because it helps me not only to present the information orally, but it also allows me to present a visual model that helps students make sense of the information and to make a better connection, because not only do they hear the lesson, but they are able to have a visual demonstration and also to interact with their peers.
Okay, now this would be my last question that I guess kind of your point of view. What is the appropriate ideal role of technology in the classroom?
I think that technology should be used to support the standards. It should be used to motivate and engage students, and it's a great way to get students more interactive and interested in the lessons.
Okay, well, that was my very last question, and I just want to again say thank you for taking this time to share your thoughts and views on the use of technology. And that concludes my interview.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.